Hello everyone, welcome to the King Center. I am Ty Spires. We are here for another Emory and Henry swim meet. This time the Wasps are taking on Milligan University. A great crowd here tonight. Hopefully you'll be able to hear me as we get started. We're going to get right into it with the women's 200-meter medley relay. In Heat 3 will be Milligan, in Heat 4 Emory and Henry, and in Heat 5 another Milligan team. We'll go over those lineups shortly, but it looks like we are about to get started. And the women jump into the pool to get this started. And they are off. Milligan lineup here in the backstroke. That is Tyler Cates. Their lineup in the first Milligan will be Tyler Cates, Kaylee Williams, Susie Aguirre, and Liz Mahan. Emory Henry will be running Tilly Craddock, Alyssa Price, Paige Lensky, and Kat Swigert. And that final Milligan team, which lane 3 Milligan is in first, followed behind the lane 5 Milligan team, and then Emory Henry, that final Milligan team is Mackenzie LaFrance, Marilla Rutirano, Erica Faring, Ray Phillips. We are in the butterfly here. The Milligan team in lane 3 up to a sizable lead, followed by the lane 5 Milligan team, and then finally Emory and Henry. Milligan lane 3 is in the water, and Milligan lane 5 is in the water, this time for the butterfly. And finally Emory and Henry in the water. Both Milligan teams have a sizable lead on Emory and Henry. Lane 3 edging out lane 5 by about a body length right now. And the final swimmer for lane 3 is in the pool. And the final swimmer for lane 5 is in the pool. Emory and Henry about to send Kat Swigert in as the anchor. We're here for the freestyle. Milligan lane 3 is already taking the turn. Milligan lane 5 taking the turn as well. Kat Swigert flipping right there for Emory and Henry. Looks like it's going to be Milligan lane 3 taking the first spot, followed by Milligan lane 5. And Emory and Henry coming in right now. Let's take a look at that scoreboard. As you can see, in lane 3, Milligan with a 209.23, followed by Milligan lane 5 with a 212.54, and then Emory and Henry bringing up the rear in third place with a 218.43. So Milligan taking the first and second spot in the 200-meter medley relay. Now will be for the men's 200-meter medley relay. Milligan will be in lane 1, Emory and Henry in lane 2, Milligan in lane 3, Emory and Henry in lane 4, finally Milligan in lane 5. So a full slate here for the men's medley relay. So hopefully Emory and Henry able to turn it around, not able to get the win in the first event, but here in event number 2, the 200 men's medley melee, everyone's in the pool. And as we start the backstroke, looks like lane 3, Milligan in the lead, followed closely by Emory and Henry lane 4 and Milligan lane 5. Real tight race for second between Milligan lane 3 and Milligan lane 5 for first. Emory Henry in lane 4. They're in third right now. Milligan lane 2, Milligan lane 5, and Emory Henry in the pool, followed by Milligan lane 1 and Emory Henry lane 2. Milligan again in the first and second spot. That is lane 3 and 5, followed by Emory Henry in 4. Milligan lane 3 in the pool for the third leg, followed by Milligan lane 5 and Emory Henry lane 4. Milligan lane 1 in the pool, and finally Emory Henry lane 2. Milligan lane 3 dominating right now. Looks like Emory Henry lane 4 might have a shot to catch Milligan lane 5. 5's in the pool. Emory Henry lane 4 in the pool. Emory Henry lane 2 taking over Milligan lane 1. And now we are into the freestyle portion. Milligan lane 3 pulling away, followed by Milligan lane 5 and Emory and Henry lane 4. Looks like Milligan lane 3 is in. Milligan lane 5 is in. Emory and Henry lane 4 is in, followed by Emory and Henry lane 2. And finally, Milligan lane 1. You heard here, Milligan lane 3 takes it with a 1:51.07, followed by a Milligan lane 5, which a 1:55.29. In lane 4, taking third, Emory and Henry 2.85, and then in lane 2, Emory Henry as well, 2:04.03, and then finally Milligan lane 1 in fifth with a 2:05.99. Two dominant wins for Milligan, able to take first and second in both, followed by the Emory and Henry team in third. A little bit of a different start than what the Wasps and Randolph. They will be looking to kind of turn that around as the next event will be the women's 800 meter freestyle. A little bit of a cool down for the medley event participants. Looks like we are clearing the pool, so we will be back into the action in a few minutes. We'll be starting the women's 800 meter freestyle. In lane 2 will be Bree Coley for Milligan. In lane 3, Taylor Bartlett for Milligan. In lane 4, Peyton Helcher for Emory Henry. And in lane 5, Emma Ray Phillips for Milligan. Helcher had a absolutely dominant performance in the 800 against Warren Wilson and Randolph. We'll see if she is able to continue that for the Wasps here with 3 other swimmers from Milligan. As a reminder, this will be 32 lengths of the pool. Looks like after first 50 meters, Ray Phillips with a slight lead. May also be Bree Coley in lane 2. Very tight race right now. No one really able to break away this early in the race. Ray Phillips seems to have broken away in lane 5 for Milligan, followed by Taylor Bartlett in lane 3, and then a real tight race for third between Emory Henry's Peyton Helcher and, I'm sorry, that was Taylor Bartlett. That she is really cool. Taylor Bartlett is in second, and then Bree Coley is tight with Peyton Helcher, excuse me. Ray Phillips seems to be adding to her lead a little bit. Starting to pull away a smidge from the pack. She's followed by Taylor Bartlett and then Peyton Helcher. Finally, Bree Coley in lane number 2. Ray Phillips continuing to add to her lead. Her and Taylor Bartlett for Milligan seem to be putting some space on Emory Henry's Peyton Helcher, who is in third, followed by Bree Coley. We're about the halfway point of this race. Ray Phillips dominating at this point. She's followed by Taylor Bartlett, both Milligan swimmers, and then in third, Emory Henry's Peyton Helcher. And bringing up the rear, Bree Coley. We've got about 10 more lengths of the pool left. Ray Phillips continuing to dominate, followed by Taylor Bartlett. And finally, Peyton Helcher is your top three. First two Milligan swimmers, followed by Emory Henry. And then Bree Coley from Milligan in lane number 2. We got about 5 more lengths of the pool left. Ray Phillips dominating this race. Not much of a race for first, but Peyton Helcher starting to catch up to Taylor Bartlett for the second place. Got a shot of catching her, just hopefully enough time to do so. There is the cowbell for Emory Phillips on her final. Emory Phillips thought she was finished. She stops, thinking that she's done. She's got another lap of the pool left. Thankfully, she had such a big lead. But Peyton Helcher starting to catch Taylor Bartlett. Putting together a great performance, got a shot. Both reds are up for both women. We'll see in the last 25 if Helcher's able to catch her. It's got about a body length, about a half a body length at this point. Is there enough time? Is there enough room on the pool? We got about a half a body length and not enough time for Helcher, but a great performance. Great on her to persist and make that a close race. It was not for a while. So good on her. And as Bree Coley finishes up in lane 2, and after that, let's take a look at the scoreboard. In first in lane 5, Ray Phillips. That race was all her the entire time. She was even able to stop on her last lap, not realizing that she had another lap to go, and still was able to win with ease. She swam a 10:07.89, followed by Taylor Bartlett, 10:20.76. Peyton Helscher making it a great race, only back a second with a 10:21.63. And then finally, Bree Coley with a 10:53.52. So a great finish for that 800. Didn't seem like it was going to be much of a race till the very end. Wasp taking third in that race. Milligan taking the first two spots. Now we will start up with the men's 800 meter freestyle. In lane 1, Antonio Medina from Milligan. In lane 2, Aiden Quartermos from Emory Henry. In lane 3, Andre Bazana. In lane 4, Peyton Neighbors from Emory Henry. In lane 5, Mitchell Martin. There the men go into the water. And then finally in lane number 6, Matthew Goff from Emory Henry. Again, folks, this is a 32 length of the pool race. Definitely a marathon and not a sprint. Right now in first is Andre Bazana, followed closely by Peyton Neighbors from Emory Henry and Aiden Quartermos in lane 2 also from Emory Henry. They're right on Bazana's tail. Bazana starting to pull away here. Neighbors from Emory Henry in second, followed closely by Aiden Quartermos. Bazana starting to pull away, say about a half pull length in front of Peyton Neighbors, followed by Aiden Quartermos. Actually followed by Matthew Gawk in lane 6. Tight one between those two Emory and Henry teammates. Mazzana almost having a full length. He's followed closely by Matthew Gawk in lane 6, and then Aiden Quatermos in lane number 2. Got about 10 lengths of the pole left. Bazzana in lane 3, Andre Bazzana from Milligan is dominating this race. Emory Henry's Peyton Neighbors in second, followed by Matthew Gawk from Emory Henry in lane 6. The final let bell rang for Bazzana. He is dominating this race. Andre Bazzana is finished. He almost lapped the second place swimmer, which I believe is Peyton Neighbors in lane 4. And there is the final, lane 5 about to finish up. And there is the final. So as you can see, Andre Bazana dominated that race with an 8:44.99, followed by Peyton Neighbors, lane 4, 9:18.01. Then in lane 6, Matthew Gock with a 9:22.89. Lane number 2, Aiden Quartermos, a 9:34.22. Followed by Antonio Medina in lane 1 with a 9:42.12. And then finally in lane 5, Mitchell Martin with a 9:53.55. Well, we have the 800-meter races out of the way here. We're going to move right into the women's 200-meter freestyle. So in lane number 2, Taylor Cates for Milligan. In lane number 3 for Milligan, Grace Feeney. In lane number 4 for Emory Henry, Tilly Craddock. And in lane number 5 for Milligan, Gabby McPherson. The women are in the pool, and we are underway for this 200-meter freestyle. Gabby McPherson in lane number 5 in first, followed closely by Grace Feeney with Tilly Craddock right on their tail. It's actually a really close race for third between Craddock and Milligan's Tyler Cates in lane number 2. Craddock pulling away from Tyler Cates, starting to catch up with Grace Feeney. Gabby McPherson still well out ahead of everyone. Gabby McPherson still out in first, followed by Grace Feeney and then Tilly Craddock. McPherson finishes, Feeney finishes, and Craddock finishes the race. Tyler Cates is in. So there is the 200 meter for the women. Take a look at the scoreboard. Gabby McPherson with a 2:15.59, followed by Grace Feeney in second in lane 3, 2:19.93. Tilly Craddock in lane 4 with a 2:21.98, 30.90. Milligan again taking the event win. They have been doing really well against the Wasp thus far. Looks like we're about to get ready for the men's 200 meter freestyle. As we get started with the 200 meter freestyle, in lane 1 for Milligan, Nixis Harviel. In lane 2 for Emory Henry, Blake Medeiros. In lane 3 for Milligan, Ben Hawkins. In lane 4 for Emory Henry, Kyle Berry. And in lane number 5 for Milligan, Cole Brusher. Shall see if Emory Henry's able to get a win here in this meet thus far. Not able to, but always a team that's going to fight hard and look to turn things around. Tight race right now between lane 3, 4, and 5. That is Ben Hawkins, Kyle Berry, and Cole Brusher. Looks like Hawkins is taking the lead, closely followed by Berry. And Berry taking the lead from Hawkins. It is a tight race. Hawkins might have taken the lead back. Berry is holding on. It's a tight one. Berry just edging out Hawkins now. It's back and forth. It's going to be close. Who can reach the wall fastest? Make the turn. Hawkins is taking the lead back. This flip might be the race. Flip is made. Hawkins just out in head. Berry on his tail. Hawkins pulling away, but Berry is followed closely by Brusher. And looks like Brusher actually takes second from Berry. So Kyle Berry in the running for first. Ends up falling down to third right at the last second. Our final swimmer, Blake Medeiros, is in. So let's take a look at the scoreboard. Lane 3, the winner from Milligan, Ben Hawkins, following Milligan, who takes the second place spot right at the end from Emory Henry's Kyle Berry. Then in 4th place in lane 1, Milligan's Nicholas Harville. And then finally in lane number 2, Blake Medeiros from Emory Henry. Although Berry takes third in the race, breaks an Emory and Henry record. So a small 200-meter freestyle, just unable to hold on. Great race, though. And with that, we will start the 50-meter freestyle for the women. Lane number 1 for Milligan, Liz Mahan. Lane number 2 for Emory and Henry, Danielle Dukes. Lane number 3, Milligan's Maggie Blazo. Lane number 4, Emory and Henry's Kat Swigert. And in lane number 5 for Milligan, Marley Henniger. So the women are in the pool for the 50-meter freestyle sprint. Tight through the first 25. Looks like Swigert might be in front, right in front of Blazo takes it. Actually, Liz Mahan takes it right at the last second. So we are in, take a look at that scoreboard. In lane 1, Liz Mahan takes the win with a 29 even. Lane number 3, Maggie Blazo for Milligan with a 29.47. In 3rd place, lane number 4. And right before we take a quick break, we're going to get the men's 50-meter freestyle. We got 2 heats going. And heat number 1 will be In lane 3, Eli Rodriguez for Emory Henry. And in lane 4 for Emory Henry, Connor Duthett. So a couple of Emory and Henry teammates will be in heat 1 of the 50-meter freestyle. Men are in the pool. Looks like Eli Rodriguez with a slight lead. Really tight. Connor Duthett takes the lead from Rodriguez. And it looks like Duthett will take heat 1 at a 27.69. Connor Duthett for Emory Henry. And in second, in lane number 3, Eli Rodriguez with a 28.56. Now we're moving on to heat 2. It's a full race in lane number 1 for Milligan, Connor Harrison. Lane number 2 for Emory and Henry, Ryan Spangler. In heat number 3 for Milligan, Whitker Perkowski. Lane number 4 for Emory and Henry, Corey Kidd. Lane number 5 for Milligan, Riley Greger. And then lane number 6 for Emory and Henry, Antonio Walters. Quick sprint for the men. Just a quick 50 meters down and back. Race is tight. Looks like Corey Kidd's in the lead for Emory and Henry. They're going to take their first event win. Kidd with the heat win. Take a look at that scoreboard. Corey Kidd with a 24.34, lane number 4. In second, lane number 3, Whitker Perowski. In third, lane number 5, Riley Greger. In fourth, lane number 2, Ryan Spangler for Emory and Henry. In fifth, actually, we have a tie for fourth, a 26.88, both Connor Harrison and Ryan Spangler. And then finally in sixth, Antonio Walters, a 27.18. Corey Kidd, that 24.34 is a school record. So congratulations to Corey. Emory and Henry is having a great year, breaking all sorts of records. Seems like every time they're in the pool, they're able to break a school record. So awesome for them. So it looks like after that great 50-meter freestyle, we're going to take a quick break. Be sure not to go anywhere because we have plenty of action left in this meet. Emory and Henry taking on Milligan. Don't go anywhere. We are back from our break. We are going to start off with the women's 200-meter individual medley. The lane number 2 for Milligan, Mirella Rutilagano. Lane number 3, Milligan's Kaylee Williams. Lane number 4, Emory Henry's Rachel Ritter. And in lane number 5, Milligan's Erica Faring. The women are in the water. We get started with this 200-meter individual medley. Start off with the butterfly stroke. It's like lane number 5's Erica Faring is in front, followed by Emory Henry's Rachel Ritter in lane number 4. Then Kaylee Williams from Milligan, lane number 3. Now into the backstroke. Faring starting to build her lead, followed by Rachel Ritter from Emory Henry. And then Milligan's Kaylee Williams. With the flip, the women are into the breaststroke. Rachel Ritter has taken the lead in the breaststroke. Emory Henry's Ritter in first, followed closely by Kaylee Williams in lane number 3. It's going to be a close one. Both women touch quickly. Now into the freestyle. Tight race between Ritter and Williams. Both women flipping at the same time. It's going to be a close one. Ritter maybe slightly in front. Rachel Ritter about an arm's length in front of Williams. It's going to be close at the wall. Williams making it close. And Rachel Ritter taking the 1 spot for Emory and Henry. All swimmers in. Let's take a look at that scoreboard. In lane number 4, Rachel Ritter for Emory and Henry with a 2:49.3. Lane number 3 followed closely by Kaylee Williams of Milligan, 2:41.18. Lane number 5, Erica Faring with a 2:44.82 for Milligan. And finally in lane number 2, Mirella Rutilagano for Milligan. She swam a 2:50.49. So a great win for Ritter. Now we start with the men's 200-meter individual medley. In lane number 1 for Milligan, Duncan Arnold. Lane number 2 for Emory Henry, Logan Smith. In lane number 3 for Milligan, Aubin Doolin. Lane number 4 for Emory Henry, Andrew Bogus. In lane number 5 for Milligan, AJ Strallo. And in lane number 6 for Emory Henry, Morgan Castle. Men are in the water as we start the 200-meter individual medley. Looks like AJ Strallo for Milligan in lane number 5 had the lead. but now taken up by Aubin Doolin in lane number 3 for Milligan. Andrew Bogus taking that 2 spot for Emory Henry in lane number 4. Tight race for second. Aubin Doolin in first for Milligan, but real tight between Andrew Bogus and AJ Strallo. Strallo loses the lead in the, loses second in the breaststroke to AJ Strallo. Bogus, rather, loses it to Strallo. Aubin Doolin is in the lead by a significant amount. Looks like Bogus may have ran out of gas. We are into the freestyle portion of the medley. Aubin Doolin in first, followed by AJ Strallo. And finally, Andrew Bogus, but making it close is Duncan Arnold for Milligan. That third place spot real tight right now. Doolin finishes for Milligan. Strallo about to finish. Bogus trying to hang on for that third spot. He is just misses that third spot, taken by Duncan Arnold. And we are done. So let's take a look at the scoreboard. In lane number 3, Aubin Doolin for Milligan with a 2:16.82. In second, lane 5 for Milligan, AJ Strallo with a 2:25.19. In third, lane number 1's Duncan Arnold for Milligan. He swims a 2:30.20. Lane number 4, Andrew Bogus for Emory Henry swims a 2:30.41. Fifth, in lane 2, Emory Henry's Logan Smith. He swims a 2:37.23. And then finally in sixth, lane number 6, Emory Henry's Morgan Castle. He swims a 2:38.83. We're about to get started with the women's 100-meter butterfly. In lane number 3 for Milligan will be Gabby McPherson. Lane number 4 for Emory Henry, Paige Galensky. And in lane number 5 for Milligan, Susie Aguirre. The women are in the water for the 100-meter butterfly. Gabby McPherson in first, followed closely by Susie Aguirre. And then in third, Paige Galinsky. Galinsky making it tight for the second spot. Looks like Aguirre making a little headspace off of Galinsky, with Gabby McPherson taking the win, followed by Susie Aguirre, and then finally Paige Galinsky. Let's take a look at the scoreboard. In first, lane 3's Gabby McPherson from Milligan with a 1:08.29. In lane 5 for Milligan, Susie Aguirre with a 1:10.09. And then finally in lane 4 for Emory Henry, Paige Galinsky with a 1:11.24. Now on to the men's 100-meter butterfly. Heat 1 will just be one swimmer. Blake Medeiros for Emory Henry. He'll be in lane 3. Looks like we are actually not running 2 heats. In lane 1 will be Cole Brusher for Milligan. In lane 2, Blake Medeiros. Lane number 3, Andre Bazana. Lane number 4, Kyle Berry. Lane number 5, Ethan McCosh. And in lane number 6, Antonio Walters. A bit of a last-second change in the men's 100-meter butterfly. But we are in the water as we get started here. It's like lane number 5's Ethan McCosh is leading, followed by Andre Bazana and Kyle Berry. Bazana has taken the lead. Tight one for first between McCosh and Bazana. It looks like Bazana's going to take it, followed by Ethan McCosh, and then finally in lane 4, Kyle Berry. And comes in Cole Brusher in lane number 1. Antonio Walters in lane number 6. And then finally Blake Medeiros in lane number 2. Take a look at the scoreboard. Lane number 3, your winner, Milligan's Andre Bazana with a 58.22. Second place, lane 5, Milligan's Ethan McCosh with a 59.16. Lane number 4, in third, a school record for Kyle Berry, a minute .52. And coming in fourth, Cole Brusher for Milligan. He swims a 1:02.34. Then in lane 6, Antonio Walters in 5th, 1:09.35. And then finally in lane number 2, Blake Medeiros with a 1:14.40. Another record for the Wasps. Good showing for them. Breaking some school records, even if the scoring is not necessarily in their favor against Milligan. They're just racing their races and doing exactly what they need to do. So now we will start the women's 100-meter freestyle. Lane number 2 for Milligan, Marley Henniger. And lane number 3 for Milligan, Maggie Blazo. Lane number 4 for Emory Henry, Danielle Dukes. And finally in lane number 5 for Milligan, Grace Feeney. Women are in the water as we start this 100-meter freestyle. Maggie Blazo is in the lead for Milligan, followed by Grace Feeney and then Danielle Dukes for Emory Henry. Real tight race between Feeney and Dukes for that second place spot. It looks like Dukes has overtaken second place spot for Emory Henry. Maggie Blazo in the lead. Tight race between Feeney and Dukes. It's going to come down to the wire. Dukes might have a little bit on Feeney. And Danielle Dukes with the second place finish. Let's take a look at the scoreboard. In first for Milligan, Maggie Blazo. She swims a 103.79. Followed by Emory Henry's Danielle Dukes. She swims a 108.60. In lane number 5 for Milligan, Grace Feeney swims a 108.81. And then finally in lane number 2 for Milligan, Marley Henniger. She swims a 110.51. Now we're going to move on to the men's 100-meter freestyle. We got a full heat here in lane number 1 for Milligan, Connor Harrison. Lane number 2 for Emory Henry, Connor Duthett. Lane number 3 for Milligan, Whitker Perkowski. Lane number 4 for Emory Henry, Corey Kidd. Lane number 5 for Milligan, Nicholas Harviel. And in lane number 6 for Emory Henry, Ryan Spangler. A little bit of a false start there. We'll restart here. All right, with that, we'll get back on the blocks. And the men are in the water. .100-meter freestyle, a tight one for first. Corey Kidd, Nicholas Harviel, and Whitker Perkowski. Could be anyone's race at this point. Looks like Perkowski has got a lead on Kidd. Very close. Kidd is making this close, right on Perkowski's tail. He's taking the lead. It's going to come down to the finish. And Perkowski taking the lead. But not before Corey Kidd sets another school record. Let's take a look at the scoreboard here. In lane number 3, winning is Milligan's Whitker Perkowski, followed by lane 4, Emory Henry's Corey Kidd. Corey Kidd breaks the school record by 4 seconds. In lane number 5, in third place, will be Milligan's Nicholas Harviel. He swims a 57.48. In lane number 4, fourth place, Connor Harrison for Milligan. He swims a 1 minute .05. Lane number 6, fifth place, Ryan Spangler with a 101.16, fifth. And in lane 2, Connor Duthett for Emory Henry. He swims a 102.87. We are right into it here with the women's 100-meter backstroke. In lane number 2 for Milligan, Grace Feeney. In lane number 3 for Milligan, Tyler Cates. Lane number 4 for Emory Henry, Tilly Craddock. And then lane number 5, Milligan's Mackenzie LaFrance. We are in to this 100-meter backstroke. Tyler Cates appears to be in the lead in lane 3. Followed closely by LaFrance in lane 5. And in third place, Emory Henry's Tilly Craddock. Cates and LaFrance pulling away significantly from the rest of the pack. Tyler Cates cruises to a first place finish, followed by Mackenzie LaFrance. And in third, Tilly Craddock. And finally, Grace Feeney in fourth. Let's take a look at the scoreboard. In first in lane 3, Milligan's Tyler Cates. She swims at 109 even. In second will be lane 5, Milligan's Mackenzie LaFrance. They 113.35. And third, lane 4, Emory and Henry's Tilly Craddock. And then finally, in fourth place, lane number 2, Milligan's Grace Feeney with a 119.07. Now move into the men's 100-meter backstroke. We got a full heat here. In lane 1, Milligan's Noah Benson. In lane number 2, Emory and Henry's Blake Medeiros. In lane number 3, Milligan's Stephen Gilbert. Lane number 4, Emory and Henry's Noah Wilson. In lane number 5, Milligan's Mitchell Martin. And in lane number 6, Emory and Henry's Eli Rodriguez. Men jump into the water. So we are about to start this 100-meter backstroke. We are into this 100-meter backstroke. Lane 3, Stephen Gilbert is in first, followed by lane 4, Noah Wilson, and lane 5, Mitchell Martin. Stephen Gilbert is dominating this race. Close race for second between Noah Wilson and Mitchell Martin. Wilson with a slight lead. Gilbert is in, Wilson is in, Martin is in, Bengston is in, and Medeiros is in. Let's take a look at the scoreboard. In first place, lane 3, Milligan's Stephen Gilbert with a minute and .76. In second place, lane 4, Emory Henry's Noah Wilson, they 1:07.53. In third place, lane 5, Milligan's Mitchell Martin, they 1:08.81. Fourth place, lane 1, Milligan's Noah Bengston with a 1:11.83. And in the sixth lane, Emory Henry's Eli Rodriguez, he has a 1:12. And in sixth place, Emory Henry's Blake Medeiros with a 1:16.56. We will start the women's 400-meter freestyle. In lane 1, Milligan's Taylor Bartlett. Lane 2, Emory Henry's Peyton Helcher. And lane 3, Milligan's Gabby McPherson. Lane 4, Emory Henry's Paige Galensky. And in lane number 5, Milligan's Emma Ray Phillips. The women are in the water for this 400-meter freestyle. Gabby McPherson for Milligan is in the lead, followed closely by Ray Phillips, also from Milligan. Paige Galinsky in third for Emory Henry. Galinsky catching up to Ray Phillips. Tight race there for second. Phillips able to take back second. Gabby McPherson in first for Milligan. Galinsky not making it easy. She's now taken second place from Ray Phillips. Gabby McPherson seems to have separated herself from the pack, but a tight race between Paige Galinsky and Ray Phillips. They've been going back and forth this entire race. Seems like Phillips is taking leads on the turns, but Galinsky is able to make back the ground she loses. Gabby McPherson leading this race, but the story of the 400 is the race between Paige Galinsky and Ray Phillips. We are still neck and neck as the final lap bell is rang. That second place spot may come down to the wire here. McPherson going to take the win, but it's close between Paige Galinsky and Ray Phillips. Phillips has it just a little bit. Is one last stretch for Galinsky. Not enough. Loses by a 30th of a second. Taylor Bartlett comes in lane number 1. And then finally, Peyton Helcher in lane number 2. Take a look at the scoreboard. In lane number 3, Gabby McPherson never really had much of a race. She raced a 4:55.33, followed by lane number 4. I'm sorry, In lane number 5, Ray Phillips for Milligan. She swam a 4:50.03. Paige Galinsky in lane number 4 for Emory Henry swam a 4:50.34. In lane number 1 for Milligan, Taylor Bartlett, she swam a 5:07.06. And then finally in lane number 2 for Emory Henry, Peyton Helcher scored a 5:15.44. We are into the men's 400 meter freestyle. Lane number 1 for Milligan is Ben Hodkins. In lane number 2 for Emory Henry, Aiden Cordomos. Lane number 3 for Milligan, Adam Karakurt. Lane number 4 for Emory Henry, Matthew Gock. Lane number 5 for Milligan, Ethan McCosh. And in lane number 6 for Emory Henry, Peyton Neighbors. The men are in the water as we start this 400 meter freestyle. Lane number 5, Milligan's Ethan McCosh is in the lead, followed by lane number 6 for Henry, Peyton Neighbors, but it's a close one. Aiden Cordomos and Ben Hodkins in lane 2 and 1, also up towards the top. Ethan McCosh in lane 5 and Ben Hodkins in lane 1 starting to pull away from the pack. They are followed closely by lane number 6, Emory Henry's Peyton Neighbors. Final lap bell is rung for Ethan McCosh. Ben Hawkins actually giving his teammate Ethan McCosh a run for his money. Peyton Neighbors to Emory Henry in third. He's in lane 6. Going to be close between the Milligan swimmers. Ben Hodkins actually able to come back and take the win. So as we finish up, let's take a look at the scoreboard. We look at the scoreboard here. In first place, lane 1, Milligan's Ben Hodkins, followed by lane 5, Milligan's Ethan McCosh. Lane 6, Emory Henry's Peyton Neighbors with a Emory Henry school record on the 400-meter freestyle. After that is lane 2, Emory Henry's Aiden Quartermos. In lane 4, in 5th place, Matthew Gawk for Emory Henry. And finally in lane 3 for Milligan, Adam Carrickert. We are going to take a quick break here, our final break of the evening, before we get into the 100-meter breaststrokes and the relays. So don't go anywhere. We will be right back after the break. We are back here with event number 19. The women are doing the 100-meter breaststroke. In lane number 1 for Milligan will be Bree Coley. In lane number 2 for Emory Henry will be Rachel Ritter. Lane number 3 for Milligan, Kaylee Williams. Lane number 4 for Emory Henry, Kat Swigert. Lane number 5 for Milligan, Mirella Rutigliano. And then in lane number 6 will be Emory Henry's Alyssa Price. The women are in the water for this 100-meter breaststroke. Tight race at the front. So it may be Kaylee Williams in lane number 3 for Milligan. Kaylee Williams pulling away in the 1 spot, followed closely by Bree Coley in lane number 1. Rachel Ritter will take 3rd. And that concludes the 100-meter breaststroke. Let's take a look at the scoreboard. In lane number 3, winning will be Kaylee Williams of Milligan, followed by Bree Coley of Milligan. In 3rd, lane number 2, Rachel Ritter from Emory and Henry. In 4th for Milligan, Mirella Rutigliano. In 5th for Emory and Henry, Kat Swigert. And then in 6th for Emory and Henry, Alyssa Price. We are about to start the men's 100-meter breaststroke. We're going to do 2 heats. Heat 1 will just be Eli Rodriguez of Emory and Henry. Not easy to race against yourself, but Rodriguez looks like he's having a good time with it. Pumping the crowd up. Rodriguez is in the water. Both teams cheering on Rodriguez in this heat number 1. Rodriguez coming in for the final stretch. And Rodriguez with the heat win. Good show of sportsmanship by both teams. Rodriguez swam a 1:23.32. Now we're going to start up heat 2 of the men's 100-meter breaststroke. In lane number 1, Milligan's Dylan Powell. In lane number 2 for Emory Henry, Connor Duthat. In lane number 3 for Milligan, Aubin Doolin. Lane number 4 for Emory Henry, Morgan Castle. Lane number 5 for Milligan, AJ Strallo. And in lane number 6 for Emory Henry, Logan Smith. The men are in the water for this 100-meter breaststroke race. Lane number 3's Aubin Doolin is in the lead. Tight race for second between Duthat, Cassell, and Strallo. Aubin Doolin coming in lane 3. He is way ahead on this 100-meter breaststroke. He takes the win, followed by AJ Strallo and then Connor Duthat. And let's take a look at the scoreboard. Lane number 3, Milligan's Aubin Doolin with the win, followed by lane number 5, Milligan's AJ Strallo. In third, lane number 2, Emory Henry's Connor Duthat. In fourth, lane number 4, Emory Henry's Morgan Cassell. In fifth, lane 1, Milligan's Dylan Powell. And in sixth, lane 6, Logan Smith of Emory Henry. Well, we are down to the last 2 events of the meet. These are the 200-meter freestyle relays. We will start with the women first. Milligan will have a team in lane 3 and 5, and Emory Henry will have a team in lane 4. The women are in the water for this 200-meter freestyle relay. It's like lane 3, Milligan off to an early lead. Milligan lane 3 in the water. Lane 5 and lane 4, Milligan and Emory and Henry real tight. So they get in the water for the second leg of the relay. Lane 5, Milligan breaking away from Emory and Henry. Lane 3 for Milligan's in the water. Lane 5 for Milligan is in the water. And Emory and Henry is in the water. Lane 3 of Milligan is dominating this race. Final leg of their relay is in the water. Lane number 5 is in the water. And Emory Henry is in the water. Well, Milligan's lane 3 team is going to win this. Not much of a fight. They are in. Lane 5 coming in after them. And Emory Henry bringing up the rear. There is the scoreboard. Milligan lane 3 with a 157.08, followed by Milligan lane 5 with a 203.82, and then finally Emory Henry in lane 4 with a 208.75. Down to the last event of the meet, the men's 200-meter freestyle relay. Milligan will have a team in lane 1, 3, and 5, and Emory Henry will have a team in lanes 2 and 4. The men are in the water for the final event of the meet, the 200-meter freestyle relay. It's a tight one between lanes 3, 4, and 5. Looks like Emory and Henry in lane 4 might have the lead. They're in the water first. Looks like lane 3 of Milligan's lane 3 team might be in second. It is so close right now. Lane 4, Emory and Henry in first. Lane 3, Milligan in second. Lane 5, Milligan in third. Tight race. Milligan lane 5 taking the lead from Emory and Henry. Final leg of the freestyle. Milligan lane 3 about a body length in front of Emory and Henry. Will there be enough time to catch them? No, there won't. Milligan lane 3 in. Emory and Henry in. Milligan lane 5. And Milligan lane 1 is in. Take a look at that scoreboard. Lane 3, Milligan takes first with a 139.51, followed by Emory and Henry in lane 4. They take second. That is a school record with a 141.02. Milligan at lane 5 will take third with a 144.74, followed by lane 2, Emory and Henry with a 146.68. Lane 1, Milligan takes fifth with a 158.93. Thank you for tuning in to this Emory and Henry swimming meet. Don't go anywhere. Emory and Henry volleyball is about to start. We're going to start that in just a little bit. Thank you for tuning in. I've been Ty Spires. Good night.